Even though we have worked hard and done a lot over the years, we could have never made it here today without the leadership of the people who have inspired us. I think Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11 states my hope for the future best. I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope in the future. And I hope all the graduates in 2009 have hope and plans for success.
Years from now, we will look back and remember the night that we walked across the stage and accepted the diploma that we have worked for 12 long years to receive. It is hard to believe that tonight is finally here. My granddaddy said it best in his graduation speech about 60 years ago. During all the years of our school life, our energies have been consciously or unconsciously directed toward the hour of graduation. To this end, we have studied and worked, and now the hour to which we so long have looked forward is in sight. I stand before you not as the salutatorian of the class of 2009, but as Morgan Fletcher, a fellow member of the class of 2009. Dream like you will live forever, live like you will die today. That is what actor James Dean said many years ago. He was a young actor climbing the ladder of success when all of a sudden, crash. His life was over in a head-on collision. It was not his fault. Did James Dean live up to this statement? Did he dream like he would live forever? Because his life was certainly over that day. Secondly, James Dean says to live like you will die today. Because none of us knows when we will pass on, we should do all that we can now. You should go with no regrets. Spend time with your family. Get to know your grandparents while you can. One thing is for sure, time is definitely not slowing down. The hope of the past, the promise of the future. This is the theme for the class of 2009. It really is quite simple. Those of us who have made it here today have fulfilled our parents' hope in the past. We are graduating. The promise of the future, well, that one is up to us. Who will join me in dreaming like we will live forever? Who will live like they may die today? Let's just try it. Actually, I think we should go with the Nike slogan here. Let's just do it. The classic Elwood's closing from Legally Blonde fits in perfectly here. I've secretly always wanted to say this. Congratulations, everybody. We did it! When I was told that I was the valedictorian of the class of 2009, I was very excited. Mr. Smith and Miss Smiley sat me down and let me call my parents, who proceeded to scream and tell everyone at the workplaces. Then, after hanging up the phone, we got serious, and they began telling me about all the responsibilities I had just gained. A long list that just happened to include this speech. After staring at the blank computer screen for about 3 hours, I remembered a book I read a few weeks ago, which I happen to like a lot because I like the message it gave. I want to share that message with you tonight. The book is called The Alchemist, written by Paulo Coelho, and describes the boy's journey to discover his personal legend, which is the author's term for his one true calling in life. Every human being was created for some purpose, and one will never be satisfied or happy until he discovers his calling. Paulo Coelho said that it is God's blessing, it is the path that God chose for you here on earth. Whenever we do something that fills us with enthusiasm, we are following our legend. Every person in this room was given certain abilities and talents, meant to prepare him for a special purpose. It could be discovering a cure for cancer, or it could be bandaging a knee in the first grade. The challenge is discovering how you're supposed to use those abilities to affect the world in a positive way. The theme of our graduation is the hope of the past and the promise of the future. 4 years ago, we entered high school and each of us chose a path that will lead us all to this day, graduation, a personal goal for each and every one of us. We made it here by setting out in different directions, whether we played sports, joined clubs, challenged ourselves academically, or developed our artistic side. In band, drama, chorus, or almost the future and what we can make of it lies before us. Congratulations, class of 2009. Set your goals, never forget how you have fulfilled the hopes of the past, and carry with you the promises of the future. Thank you.